Now that the vehicle has been graphene ceramic coated, it's time to address the plastic trim. So plastic trim is prevalent on all new cars. And when I say new cars, I mean those manufactured in the last 30, 35 years. Classic cars used to utilize big steel bumpers and stainless steel trim and chrome trim. Well, new cars, you have a lot of this. It's plastic, it's lightweight, it's flexible, it's resistant to dents and dings, but over time, it turns from a black color to like a hazy gray finish. It's real splotchy, and it takes away from the overall appearance of your otherwise perfectly detailed vehicle. Fortunately, fixing it is really simple with the right products. Now, this Focus is 10 years old, and the plastic trim is heavily oxidized, as you'll see. I'm going to showcase a very simple yet effective two-step system that's going to clean off the oxidation, any type of wax stains, and also protect the trim. Now, maybe you don't have a used car, maybe you have a brand new car. Well, the same process applies to that as well, because, you know, if you have a new car, the last thing you want is for your trim to end up looking like this. So just like you wax the paint on your new car and you condition the leather, well, it's important that you protect the plastic trim as well. Otherwise, over time, it'll look like this. So I have this area I'm going to clean and protect. To make this a little bit easier to access, I'm going to pop the hood. Which the engine bay looks great because I did that in a previous episode, cleaning and protecting the engine bay. Now, the rest of the trim will look just as good. So the first step is to use a product that's a wax remover for plastic. Now, it's really critical that you use a product designed specifically for plastic trim. I would not recommend using an all-purpose cleaner or degreaser, and the reason why is because you can stain the surrounding paint. So take this type of product, and it's really simple to use. You'll spray it directly onto the plastic trim. And again, this is designed for the plastic trim, but if any overspray gets in your paint or any clear plastics or anything like that, it's not going to cause any damage. Now, I like to use it with a brush because it really gets in there and it cleans the trim. They spray it on. And if you want to be really efficient, you can actually do this process, the cleaning process that is, before you wash the car. That way you don't have any residue to wipe off the bumpers. Just spray it on. And then again, you're going to use a brush. And if you have any wax stains, this will take care of that as well. And this is simply a nylon bristle brush. It's stiff enough to get in there, the pores of the plastic, but not too stiff to where it's going to cause any damage to the plastic. And then once you're finished with that, wipe off the excess with a high-quality microfiber towel. And already, the plastic trim looks a lot better. And the reason why is that first step removed the old, dead, oxidized plastic. Now, we have a perfectly clean surface for the plastic trim restore to properly adhere to. Make sure the surface is completely dry. Once the surface is dry, then it's time to apply the actual plastic trim restore itself. Now, there's a lot of plastic trim restorers in the market. Some are really great, others not so great. I would personally choose one that's clear in color. The one I like to use is an SiO2 formula. It's clear in color, there's no dyes, there's no colorants, there's no fragrances, and it actually becomes a functional part of the plastic. So you apply a real thin coat, and then it actually bonds to the plastic, it restores it, it protects it, and most importantly for me, since I live in Florida, it's not going to wash off in the rain, because a lot of these products will actually wash off, they'll run down your paint, and they wreak havoc on your paint. So choose wisely. And just for a visual indicator, a before and after difference, I'm going to apply a tape line so you can clearly see just how well the system works. And like anything else, what you put into it, you'll get out of it. So take your time with this. Make it a fun project for you, or if you have kids, get them involved too. And then take your time cleaning the trim and then protecting it. So I've got my tape line down. And a little bit of product goes a long way. It doesn't take much at all. That's all it takes. And simply apply it to the plastic trim. And if you get any on your surrounding painted panels, it's not going to cause any damage. It's going to wipe off with ease. And a little bit goes a long way. Take a microfiber towel, wipe off the excess. And that, my friends, is how you restore plastic trim on your vehicle. You'll see the dramatic before and after difference. Stay tuned for future episodes where I'm going to showcase more projects on the Focus. That's it for this episode. Take care and thank you so much for watching. I have to get back to work and restore the rest of this plastic trim.